I've got games, so many games, I don't know what to do with all these games. And if you just want to chat, let's talk in bits and bytes, cause I'm down like that. When I'm at the Goodwills or when I'm checking Craigslist, all I'm thinking about is my NES. It's just something to do, it's like the passing of time. Without further ado, let's end this rhyme. Hey guys, it's me, Justin, aka Goodwill Hunter, and I'm back with another weekend edition of Pickups. And I have a lot of shit. I went to the flea market, and I went to Jefferson Junction, which is another flea market, and I have some other pickups on Friday and Thursday, and don't have too much time, so we're just going to jump right in. So the first thing I did on, I think it was like Wednesday, I went to GameStop, and I picked up 3 games. The first game I picked up was Calibur IV. Now, this is my copy. I didn't own, my disc was missing, so I don't know what happened to it, but it was only $6, so I got the disc. The other case that it came in is just god-awful, probably gonna throw it away, but nice to have it complete. Second game I picked up, it was really cheap, and I got horrible reviews, but it's by Capcom, so I don't understand why it's so bad, but Stark Void, it was like $3 or $4, so I picked it up. I don't think it'll be too bad. I think it's got a bum rap. Maybe it just got overshadowed by all the other games that were coming out from Capcom and during the holiday season. The last game I picked up, I'm pretty sure it's going to suck because this should not be 3D. But it's Samurai Shodown Sen, and it's 3D. So just think Samurai Shodown, but in 3D, which I know they had one for the Hyper Neo Geo. They had a 3D version of this Samurai Shodown series, so not sure how it's going to play, but it doesn't look like it could be too bad. I'll give it a chance. Can't be as bad as, what is it, Street Fighter EX, which I actually kind of like, so that shows you how much I know. I picked up a couple games off of eBay, and this all was in one lot. The guy wanted $30, so I jumped on it. Yeah, I think it was a really good deal. And I'm going to try to collect all of the series. The first one I picked up was Megaman 8. Yes, it is on Super Nintendo, I believe. But, yeah, Megaman 8, Black Label. Second one I picked up was Megaman X4. Now, I already purchased this one, but I still have it coming. I think the one I purchased was a black label, so I'll probably get rid of this. This case, the game's in excellent condition. All 4 of these games were well taken care of. Next one I picked up was Megaman X5. Looking forward to playing these. I never really got in, to the anything past like X2 for the Mega Man series. So I'm only missing, obviously, got to get all the ones on the Super Nintendo. But I picked up Mega Man X6. Yes, X6. So I need, what, X7? I already have X8. And I need probably the most expensive ones, X2 and X3, and obviously Mega Man X. But yeah, that was scored. It was $30 for all 4. Good deal. What else? I picked up a copy of Tekken 4 that I found at a Goodwill. Really good. I know it's greatest hits, but I didn't have it. I used to have it, but I obviously got away from collecting, and so I had to collect it again. I went to the video game trader and picked up 2 games. I got me a copy of Fester's Quest for $1. Did not own it. At least I thought I owned it, but I don't. So that was good. And I picked up the King of Kings, the early years, and wanted $7 for this, so picked that up. Now I only need a couple more Bobble games. I picked up a strategy guide, Mario Mania, Nintendo Player's Guide. So he wanted, I think I got this for $13, which, yeah, it's not too bad. The Super Nintendo one, he wanted like $20 or $30 for that. So I figured he was going to ask for a lot for this. But it's kind of cool. It's just really nostalgic. Look, it even has one of the circulars still in it. A bunch of what? Dr. Mario, Super Mario 3, and Super Mario World. So, always fun to collect that stuff. I got some non-related stuff. Looks like some guy dumped off his DVD collection. But there was a lot of really good titles, so I said screw it and picked them up. They're like $2 a piece. So I got Lethal Weapon, awesome, classic. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Or is it Third World? No, Third Kind. Another Boys. Poltergeist. My favorite version of the Punisher. I hate that Punisher Warzone. That's complete crap. I think Tom Jane is freaking awesome. If you've never seen, he does like some web series of Punisher shorts. They're really, really good. And I think, if anything, he's the best version of Punisher. Enemy Mine. Yes, Dennis Quaid. And, what is it? Yeah, Louis Gossett Jr. And what else we got? Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. The Abyss. Can't get away from this movie. Tremors. National Lampoon's Vacation. Classic, classic. Bram Stoker's Dracula and some weird Super Bit DVD. And the last one I was really excited to get was Ghostbusters. So yeah, I picked up some, I'm not always looking for games. If I do find movies, I do have a movie collection, and it's nice to always find good movies as opposed to crap. I also picked up this. It's a book. It's called Obsessed with Marvel, and it's like a quiz book. It's got a bunch of quizzes, and you have this little thing down here, and you type in, what page or random, and you try to answer just questions about the Marvel Universe. So it was only $4. I thought it was pretty cool. I'd probably give it to a nephew or something. Let's get to the swap meet, though, because that's where I found a lot of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Oh, I'll have to pause this for 1 second. Okay, so I went to Pendergrass Flea Market, and I saw the big fat guy. And I hadn't seen him in a while, so I didn't know if he was going to have anything. Looks like he's kind of moved a lot of his stuff around. It looks like he got rid of a lot of his PlayStation games, which I kind of never have checked him, so I was kind of depressed about that. He did have like Parasite Eve, the second disc, for some reason. Didn't have it anywhere else, so it wasn't, it's just a disc. But I did find 3 games because as I say, he has those buy 3 for 10, and I picked up Tengen's Rolling Thunder. Don't have it. Picked up a copy of Cruis'n World. And I picked up a, it's gonna suck, I know, but it's called Awesome Possum. And I've seen reviews. It's kind of like a Sonic wannabe ecological side-scroller, teaching kids about deforestation and pollution, and it's gonna suck. But it was complete, and you don't think you see this too often. So I did find one more thing. I went to the other lady, and she has been raising her prices. She's been raising her prices. So I did see one game, and I already have it, but I figured it was a pretty good deal for that price. So I decided to pick up another copy of Snowboard Kids by Atlas, and it was kind of dirty. I needed to take these stickers off, and it's got some of that, but it's only $5, so I thought it was another trade I'll do with someone that doesn't have it. But I left there and went to the Jefferson Junction Flea Market, where I probably hit really, really good today. One little kid was selling a bunch of his games, and I picked up 4 of them. He was selling like the GameCube games for $3 and his Nintendo 64 for $3. So I asked him, if I buy more than one, can I get a little deal? So I picked 4 and gave him $10. For the games I picked up, for Nintendo 64, I picked up Mario Party. I picked up Starfox 64. And I picked up Mario Kart 64, which I did not own. The other 2, I think I do. I don't think I own Mario Party, so I'll add that one. But yeah, I picked up a copy of Luigi's Mansion. It's only the disc, though. You know how kids can be. They don't take good care of their stuff. So none of this. He had Metroid Prime, but he didn't have the manual, and I already have it. And I didn't feel like picking it up. I felt like this would be a better $3 score. Then I went to another vendor. A lot of these guys, they just piled I mean, this guy had just games, tools, just thrown all over the table. And a really good guy. But, you know, he thinks like Super Mario Brothers games were really good, so he was kind of displaying them. And he had, you know, he had Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64, Mario All-Stars, a couple other Super Mario games. The Street Fighter games. He wanted like $10 for those and $15 for the Mario games, which I already have. But then he had just all these other games just thrown in front of the table and was asking like $5 for Nintendo or Genesis games, and you kind of had to pick through. But he had like, you know, he had a Nintendo, he had a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, Genesis, all complete, you know, for sale. But he wanted $45 for the Super Nintendo, and he only wanted $20 for the Nintendo. So I asked him, hey, if I buy a bunch of stuff, can I get a deal? And he said, yeah. So I went through, and I picked out 5 games, and I got a system. The 5 games I picked, altogether I paid him $40 for the system, 5 games, and an AC adapter for my Nintendo 64, which I don't, my additional one, which I don't have this for, so he threw that in. He didn't want to, but I kind of told him it was a little bit dirty, and I don't even know if it works. But the games I picked up a copy of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I picked up a copy of SNK's Alpha Mission. I picked up a copy of Contra. It's a little bad. A lot of these games smell like they came from a smoker's house because they just smell like smoke, like tar. I picked up a copy of Prince of Persia for the Genesis. And I also picked up a copy of Ranger X, which I thought I owned, but apparently I don't think I do. I might, but I checked my loose carts and I didn't see it. So I got those 5 games, and then I got a system. And the system I got was another Nintendo, and it smells a little, you know, whatever. It's pretty clean. You know, the insides look pretty good. But that came with AC adapter and 2 controllers, and I'll probably have to clean these. But he didn't. He was looking for the RF adapter, but I didn't feel like waiting around for it. He just, as I say, everything was just piled into bins with no organization whatsoever. But yeah, that was all for $40. I got all that, and then on my way out, thankfully I went and checked. They had another guy that was tucked away in the back, and I saw he had a box of Super Nintendo games. They were all sports, and then he had a bunch of Nintendo 64 stuff. And I think I had bought some stuff from him a couple of weeks ago. But I had my box of, my box of shit that I just bought. And he asked me, "Oh, what'd you get?" And I told him, I got for $40, I got a Nintendo and 5 games, and he threw this in, and he was like, "Oh, all right." And I noticed, like, right next to him, he had a bin, and in that bin, he had a Virtual Boy. Okay? But that wasn't it. All right? Two Virtual Boys. All right? With 2 controllers. And they both work. No stands and, unfortunately, no visors. But I did test them. They both do work. He wanted... Oh, and I forgot to mention, it came with 2 games. It came with a copy of Mario Tennis and a copy of Mario Clash. I don't own Mario Clash, so now I only have like 4 more games to complete the Virtual Boy, which obviously I need Jack Brothers and Water World and what else do I need? I think I need Vertical Force and baseball game, but that'll be all. He wanted, I think, 25, but I said, hey, I saw you had a couple other things too, and I said, if you throw those in with the Virtual Boys, I'll give you 30 bucks. So he thought about it for a second and said, yeah, all right. I don't know, and this is kind of stupid of me to buy this, but I don't know, maybe I can turn it into at least 20 bucks. I'm now the proud owner. I now own 3 Game Gears. To go with my other one, I now have 4 broken Game Gears. They all have the same problem. It's the freaking video and the audio. The one I own, it's video and audio. These are all video, but it did come with a couple extra accessories. So I got these power packs that run, so I guess you could charge these up. I might have fried it though, because I saw that my PC Engine 9-volt fits in here, and when I plugged it in, it smelled like burning. So I don't know if I fried these, but PC Engine still works. But it did come with a couple other things, you know. Came with 2 of these, the magnifying for the Game Gear. Does not have the screw, but so I got 2 Virtual Boys minus the visor, the stand, and the AC adapter, and 3 broken Game Gears with 2 magnifying glasses for a total of $30. So I was kind of stoked because I already own a Virtual Boy, but my my left lens, the shutter on it is, I think the glue is separated from the board, so it's kind of dead. And these 2 both work perfectly. So I obviously, this is the one I originally owned, so I'm probably just going to throw them up on eBay and, you know, sell it as a lot. You know, I got one working one and one not-working one, or sell them individually. You know, and get my money back, because you could probably get them 20, 30 bucks, at least for parts. A lot of people need them for parts. But wow, yeah, that was all the shit that I bought. Most of it I bought today. Yeah. And I'm also bidding on something to go with my Virtual Boy. Hopefully it's accepted or rejected, I don't know. But yeah, I do have one last thing. The last and final thing that I have, I bought it off a guy in Taiwan, and it finally came in the mail, was Metal Slug X. The little, you know, label's a little beat up, and originally when I put this sucker in, it wouldn't even fire up. It would just skip right over to the next game. So I had to take it apart, and I had to clean the contacts, but when I put it back in, it boots up, and it is really good. So now I just need to play all the way through Metal Slug 2. So when I play this, I can kind of see the similarities between 2 and 3. Some of the bosses are moved around, enemies are different, it's a lot faster, it doesn't suffer from a lot of the slowdown, and different power-ups, and it's pretty fun. So I'm really excited to play this, and I still have one more coming, hopefully in a couple of weeks. I should see it in the mail. But I need to stop. But as always, guys, you know, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned.